What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be restoring this Honda XR80. It's kind of clapped out, needs some love. We're going to make it look a lot better, restore the plastics. We're going to tune the carb a little bit, get it running better, just overall make it look nicer. So we're going to start first with a good cleaning. Washed up. What we're going to do now is we're going to strip the plastics off, and then once we get it stripped down, that'll be the easiest time to get the carburetor off so that I can make sure it's nice and clean and then adjust it so that it'll run better. Alright guys, so now that we got the plastics off, what we're going to do is we're going to give them their cleaning, real good cleaning, scrub them down, we'll go ahead and sand them, and then I've got red paint that's pretty close to the Honda red, and then we're going to touch up the white with some white spray paint. It's going to make a huge difference on this bike. These plastics are pretty shot, but we're going to try to bring them back to life, and then I'll show you how to touch up the frame a little bit. I've got silver that's pretty close to this Honda frame, so by the time it gets done, it'll look night and day difference. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, take a good look at these. These aren't going to look like this for much longer. What I usually use to get them clean is I'll use Dawn dish soap or whatever brand. I've got degreaser. I forget what that's called. Simple Green. Half a bottle of Simple Green, half a bottle of water. These Brillo pads work really well too. And then the white, it's really good on the white, is the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Gotta grab a new one, but let's go ahead and start getting these cleaned up and ready for paint. Another thing I like to use, guys, is this aluminum cleaner. You can see that the wheels are, even after the pressure wash, the frame and everything is just still kind of dingy and it's not real shiny or clean looking. So I love this stuff. It requires very little scrubbing, very little elbow grease. You just pretty much spray it on, let it sit for a little bit, and then take a brush and some soap and water and just scrub it off. So I'll show you guys a before and after. It works great on wheels. It works good even on like aluminum engines or frames, whatever. You can use stuff on pretty much anything and it won't hurt it, but it does make a big difference. So just put that aluminum cleaner on there, hit it with a quick scrub with the scrub brush. You can see the difference it made just on the wheel alone. We're going to be touching up the frame, so I'm not too worried about that, but the wheel was real dingy and had a lot of like oxidation on it, and that aluminum cleaner really did a good job on it. So you can do it multiple times too, like if you're not happy with the way it came out, you can hit it again and hit it with a scrub. I think I'm going to hit up here again with another couple sprays, give it a scrub-a-dub, and should be looking nice. Alright, so we got them cleaned up. The red ones don't look too bad. They're probably going to need just a little bit of touch-up in red, but mostly just need clear because they're kind of dull. The white, we'll have to do a few coats of white just to bring them back, and then I still got to do the seat, so I'm going to start that. Alright, so that came out better. Just a little elbow grease, some soap water, and the Magic Eraser did great on this seat. It was really dull and dirty before, so it looks a lot better now. That'll make a big difference. What's going on, guys? So we just got the plastics done. They're drying right now. I'll show you them after this video, but we touched them up with some red. We got some clear on them, so they should be looking a lot better. What we're going to do now is we're going to touch up the frame. I have some of this Brilliant Silver by Krylon. It's pretty darn close. We're not going to go heavy on it. We're just going to touch up where there's a lot of the nicks and scratches, things like that. We want to try to make it, you know, still look as factory as possible, without it looking like it's just covered in spray paint. This is just more of a touch-up, and I usually just put like a sheet over the motor and anything that I don't want to get overspray on. You use, you know, paper towels. You can use newspaper, whatever. Just something to mask off whatever you don't want to get overspray on. This way it looks like it was, you know, done well. You didn't just, you know, get overspray all over everything. It looks like trash. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to touch up the frame, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when we get done. All right, so we went ahead and touched up a little bit of the frame, mainly just the swing arm. That was the worst part. Not going to go all the way up to the top. That's all going to be covered up by the plastics and seat anyway. So mainly just wanted to hit the places that you'd see. Really wasn't too bad to begin with, but like I said, you don't want to go too heavy with it because then, you know, it just starts to look obvious that the bike's been spray painted. My whole goal is just to do a little bit of touch up. I call it just kissing it. So you just want to just kind of mist it real light, Tape off everything where you don't want there to be paint, and then you know, it looks good. It doesn't look like it's been spray painted. It just looks, you know, cleaner than it was, because there was all the markings on the swing arm, and the paint was chipping off and all that. So I might have yellow for the shock. I'm not sure, but if not, it's not a huge deal. But the whole point is just to get it looking cleaner. The white plastics are drying. I put one last coat on them. The red ones are done, just about. And then once the plastic's dry, we'll go ahead and start putting it back together, and we should be almost done. All right, guys, so she's all done. I got the plastics back on. Got it all cleaned up, running good. I got to wipe it down just a little bit. A couple of greasy fingerprints on there, but overall, big difference from, you know, what it was before. And like I said, this isn't going to be, you know, a nut and bolt restoration, you know, to where it's going to look absolutely perfect. But keep in mind, guys, I buy and sell, so time is of the essence, and so is budget. So I try to do this for as cheap as I can. You know, this way I get the most profit out of each individual bike. So, you know, a bike like this, it cost me 300 bucks. You know, I only had to put about $10 into it for a clutch cable. And then the rest was just a little bit of time and some elbow grease. So, you know, and I'll probably sell it for $600 or $650. It needs a back tire. It's not a huge deal. But it's a good running bike. It's a good starter bike for someone's kid. And like I said, it looks a lot better than when we picked it up. And that was the end goal. So thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.